Stream is good on my side, by the way.
That's
What
good.
was that?
Yeah, no, I was just saying the stream is good. Like, audio, video.
It's good to hear.
Good here too.
Alright,
Same.
let's get started.
Let's go!
A few days later, the sky was vast and blue. The wind was starting to feel cold on our skin. The calendar showed early November. We were approaching the winter season.
That's Emmy, right?
Yep, that's Emmy.
Good morning, Jiang.
早。
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. It's pretty cold. Yeah, it takes courage to wash my face with the cold water.
It was an ordinary early morning conversation. The skin so cold our breath was visible sometimes.
Today's payday. How do you want to handle going out?
外出啊，Kanna 有什么打算吗？予定？
Do you have somewhere you have to go?
No, nothing in particular. You?
我除了继续在物理学习以外，没有什么计划。
I'm just planning on studying.
Good morning. I've got your pay.
Good morning, Sakura.
You're always in a good mood, aren't you, Emmy? You seem to be doing well, Tina. I've got cat food too.
We weren't really taking care of her all that much. At some point, she started staying with us. She still spent a lot of time elsewhere, drifting in and out of our lives like stray animals do.
By
Sakura?
the way, did you manage to catch Tina?
No, I don't think that's possible. We tried.
I figured as much.
She always runs away if I try to grab her.
It's odd. She clearly likes being here.
Yeah, it's strange.
They were apparently talking about the cat. She never really told me more about it. I was fairly sure Sakura had known Tina for a long time. She knew her name after all, so perhaps she's been her cat.
It'll get cold soon. I'd like to get her back to my apartment.
You want to keep her, Sakura?
If possible.
I don't know if you'd be able to catch her. She even runs away from Emmy if she tries.
Okay. Catch Tina and you'll get a cash bonus.
Really?
Yes, I'll give you 10,000 yen. You okay with that?
She wrote this down on paper for me. Apparently we were going to get 10,000 yen for catching Tina.
Alright, Emmy, let's get cracking. Oh, Tina ran away. Just as we are getting started, her instincts are as sharp as ever.
Well, there's still time. Good luck.
We weren't sure when the time seemed. There'd definitely be chances in the time that remained.
Oh, and Kanna, I'm sorry about the party. I would have stopped you if I'd known.
It's alright.
think the old man would give the ticket to you, honestly.
You shouldn't call the boss that.
He's the old man to me.
I think that's Emmy.
Who's an old man?
Oh.
Oh.
Actually.
Okay.
You
Okay,
are
that's
old
what I-
man.
That's what I thought.
I was just adjusting something, but you got it.
You are old man.
Jiang has shown up. Not to ran into him near the station, but he rarely came to our building. I was apprehensive with Sakura provoking him like that. Especially because she wasn't that sort of person normally. It seemed especially inappropriate since he was her boss.
At the party. Don't drag Kanna into that, alright?
I thought she might like it.
She doesn't want your help.
Jiang, this job will end in another 2 months.
我知道，
I'm aware.
You should think about what you're going to do afterwards.
Sakura.
Did it not pick
Why-
up? Okay. Why are you here?
Don't get the wrong idea. I figured you could all grab a bite together.
What?
Here, I'll give you some money. Take them somewhere nice.
He handed Sakura a bundle of 10,000 yen bills. Apparently he wanted us to go to a restaurant.
What's your game plan?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm trying to reward my faithful employees. You and Jing should eat whatever you like.
Sakura and I both gave the money a deeply suspicious look. There's no way he would do this out of the goodness of his heart.
But if we all leave, who will stay here at the old station?
Don't worry about it. Just enjoy yourselves.
We had our suspicions, but in the end, went to the station. It was the first time the four of us had gone out so early in the day.
Alright, ice cream! Don't jump around so much, you'll drop it.
Kanna and Emmy didn't know what was going on occasionally. Sakura and I were on guard. Sakura?
Something wrong?
The old man is plotting something.
I feel like we're like
We gotta
not
switch.
reading the right words.
Damn it.
I think I got switched.
Yeah,
Is this one me?
I guess so.
I think so.
Really?
He wouldn't do this out of the goodness of his heart.
I don't know, he's our boss, right?
I knew him as a person before I knew him as a boss.
Really?
I don't really want to talk about it, but he's my father.
I thought someone she called him, well, he's my old man, or something like that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
That's awesome. Jiang is your father, Sakura?
Well, that father. I don't live with him anymore.
I understood some of this. I wouldn't have thought he was her father. He was her father, and they weren't blood related. It made sense, I thought. They never seemed to be on purely professional terms. Perhaps something had gone wrong between them. It seemed rather disrespectful of him considering he was her father. They didn't seem to be getting along all that well in any case. In the end, we just went to a chain restaurant. Jiang was paying, so Sakura ordered the most expensive meal she could find for us. I and Kanna were happily eating shortcake, but Sakura was brooding. I was also afraid that Jiang was plotting something. If she was his stepdaughter, how she knew even more about his dealings than I did. I couldn't shake off these suspicions by the time we returned to the old station. We heard the unfamiliar noise before we saw its doors.
Huh? Look, sis, it's terrible.
Half the old station had already been torn down. It was still working when we came back. The workers even had heavy machinery there. The job had been supposed to run for a full year. Just live there and raise the prices a little.
We were only gone for an hour or two. They're destroying our home.
The roof had collapsed. It was already uninhabitable, especially in the coming winter. Ron knew who was to blame for this.
Sorry.
Now you've done it. You promised me a year.
Things changed. Hey, you. Tear it all down.
Hey, but
Don't interfere, Shiori.
you're supposed to be in charge of this.
I told you. Things changed.
Jiang ordered the men to continue their work. Sakura began to argue with them, trying to get them to stop. Their attitude towards each other had barely changed. It was hard to tell whether there was a professional argument or a private one.
Do as you like.
Jing, your job is done here.
啊，不是，怎么突然就？
This is a bit sudden.
Good work.
With that, Jiang walked off. The workers had come to dismantle the station followed him through the gate. We were left standing in front of a partially collapsed station building.
What do we do now? Our home is gone. Yeah, and so is my job.
It was all so sudden. I could have been mad at Jiang, but more than that, I was lost. My job, my place to sleep, were suddenly gone. Of course I had savings, but I wasn't sure what to do now.
Sakura-san，这可怎么办啊？
Hey, Sakura-san, what now?
I don't know. Hey, it's Tina. She must have run away.
Tina began to beg Sakura for food. Faced with the whole situation, Sakura could only stare. Eventually, she sighed and said,
Keep going.
工作？这没法工作了吧？
With a job? How? The job had been for us to live in the building. How was that supposed to happen again? Besides, the reason to keep going seemed to be mainly the cat now.
But the building is basically gone.
There's still a bench.
Sakurai gestured towards the bench on the platform.
Just sit down there and they won't be able to work.
That's not really... Do you want Tina back that badly?
Part of it. We were supposed to do this for a year, and there's 2 months left.
The workers had come to tear the building down. The price had probably risen high enough. There's no more reason for us to live there. If anything, we're now an obstacle. We didn't have a place to sleep anymore. We weren't going to be paid anymore either.
I'll pay you.
You will?
Yes, you can sleep at my place.
I was barely able to understand this. I just didn't know what to think of it. She really wanted us to continue for some reason. So she was even willing to pay.
Why?
No real reason. I'm just a little obsessed, I think. And I don't want to regret anything.
She thought she'd show us a new place to sleep first. We followed Sakura to the real estate company. Was she serious about us sleeping there? When we arrived,
My room is very small, so this is probably a better place.
Wait, is that Emmy?
yes.
Okay, sorry. Wow, there's so many deaths.
Just make yourself at home. I'm the only employee.
I don't think this is a very comfortable place.
Oh, there are normal rooms on the 2nd floor. Don't worry.
There are indeed rooms on the 2nd floor. Sleeping in the office would have been a bit much.
You slept in a station.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but we had actual rooms at the station.
There are rooms upstairs. Okay,
You're
Jiang,
paying
this
you.
room is yours.
啊，谢谢。
Thanks.
这房间比想象的要好啊。
This isn't half bad. Compared to a night duty room in this old station, it was a normal room. In a way, my conditions had improved.
但是 Sakura-san 到底是怎么想的呀？
I wonder what she's planning. Was the job really going to be sitting on a bench? The company wasn't going to pay us either. Well, from the perspective of Kanna and me, having just lost our jobs and a place to sleep. This was a good development.
Okay, Kanna and Nimi, this one's yours.
Alright, thank you. It's a normal room. Yeah, it feels... Oh, fuck. It's a normal room. Yeah, it feels strange to say that. Come to think of it, I slept in that station for almost a year. I liked it there. You know, that's where I met the Candyman. Yeah, we'll have to sort through the stuff we brought over.
Excuse me, where is that little girl?
好了，差不多就这样吧。
This should do. A lot of things that carried over into my room. Never had much more than cooking utensils and study materials anyway. Come to think of it though, do they have a bath here? I seen a toilet and a shower, but nothing else. That was enough in the summer, but the weather's going to get colder soon.
Settled in?
收拾好了，给我用这么好的房间，真是谢谢你啊。
Yeah, thank you so much for these rooms.
Let's go and get Kanna and Emmy too, so we can go to a public bath.
先偷？
A public bath? I didn't know this term. Never heard of it before. The ocean was quite far from where we were. I had a feeling that wasn't right.
We have a shower here, but it'll be cold soon.
所以你说的先偷是什么？
What's a public bath?
It's like a really big bathroom, I guess.
浴池？难道是温泉吗？
Bathroom?
温泉？
Like a hot spring?
Yeah, it's similar.
A hot spring. I'd gone to one of those on the way to the ocean. Back then, men and women had different areas. Perhaps everyone uses a public bath together, though. Perhaps now, my heart beats faster. It seemed insane that men and women would bathe naked together. But when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Kanna，我能进来吗？
Kanna, can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Kanna's room was a little larger, a little nicer than mine. It looked like I'd been in a waiting room before. Not a girl's room, a sound that embarrassed me.
那个 Sakura 桑说让我们去澡堂，銭湯。
Sakura-san said we're going to a public bath.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
那就快点准备一下吧。
She wants to go get ready.
Okay. It's been a while since I went to a public bath.
Together we walked the dark road to our destination. There's apparently a yogi who had always bought at groceries.
A
Sakura.
hair conditioner. Do you have some, Kanna?
No, I just use shampoo.
That's not good. You'll mess up your hair.
The girls were talking amicably. I was on edge. How could they be so relaxed? We're all gonna be naked together.
Calm yourself back there.
Shut up, Sakura-san. We arrived at the bath. My heart was pounding.
Okay, Jiang. See you later.
Huh?
Let's meet back here in an hour.
我知道了。
Sure. There were separate entrances. Hot springs have been separate, now the public bath was too.
我以前听说的日本文化，
This wasn't in books I read about Japan. One moment, I'm gonna change it to something warmer.
Zing is so disappointed. What do you mean it's not like the animes? I thought we'd all be together.
Or at least there would be a place to hide and peek.
Got him.
I'll be right back one moment as well.
I guess it's just you and me here, Father.
You know what? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I don't want to talk to you. Be right back. Imagine.
It's like in the 30s here tonight.
Say that again?
It's in the 30s
Oh, wait,
here tonight.
Before you continue, she stepped away as well.
Oh, I'm back now.
Oh, okay.
I just got back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good timing.
It's
I
me.
think we're in 40s right now.
So cold. It's so cold now.
32 degrees here.
I was trembling a little. Every mutter expelled white breath.
I think this is Sakurai, or Sakura.
Oh, I thought it said Kanna. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I was trembling a little. Every mutter expelled white breath.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Oh,
I
damn.
think
I could've
I
sworn
Yeah.
think we were right the first time.
My job consisted of going and sitting on a bench. Originally, we considered doing this together, but it was too inefficient. So now we took turns. Sometimes construction workers came by, but they immediately retreated when they saw me. Frankly, I did not have the confidence in my ability to turn them away anyways. I wonder what Sakura is trying to do. Originally, our job had just been to increase the value of the area. Sitting on a bench like this didn't seem to make much sense. We've been supposed to work for a full year, but she really didn't have to foot the remaining bill herself. I had a feeling that Sakura's real goal was getting Tina and taking back her home. Hey, Tina! There you are. I took a can of cat food. She pawed at me. Sakura had told us to give Tina food if she turned up. Oh my god, it has her face on it. Yes, you'll get it. Hold on. I hadn't seen Tina in a few days. She apparently had other things to do as well. At least it made sitting on the bench less lonely. We also had another important assignment. Tina gleefully ate the canned food. I snuck up on her from behind. Ah! Damn, you always run away. Why are your instincts so good? She let us pet her before. And May had even slept with her. Now she seemed much more guarded. Are the instincts of wild animals that good? Originally, she had been Sakura's cat. So I didn't understand why she was so skittish now. Where are you going, Tina?
おい、まだいるみたいだぞ。
Hey, she's still here.
Yeah, that was Japanese.
Oh, right.
The gang has arrived. Construction
Hey.
bros.
I could see a few workers had come. Normally they only watched me from a distance. They'd never come so close.
なあ、お嬢さん。もうここの地上げは終わったって知ってる？
Look, girl, has anyone told you about the speculation's over?
Yes, I know that.
だったらさ、無意味だからさっさと帰ってくれないか？
Greg, you do that voice.
Then why don't you go home? What's the point?
Well, this is my work.
なんや、こっちも工事を始めるのが仕事だから。
Well, got work to do as well.
He didn't look angry or like he was there to pick a fight. He only looked fed up. But I didn't know what I could tell him. So I only sat on the bench quietly.
喂，康纳，你没事吧？
Are you okay, Kanna?
Oh, Jiang.
让我来吧。
I got this.
なんだよ兄ちゃん。これ以上邪魔しないでくれよ。
Hey, man, you're getting our way here.
坐在这儿就是我们的工作，我们还要做上1个月，要做到今年结束。
It's our job to sit right there. We're gonna do that until the year's over. It's just one more month.
うわ、うるせえな。こいつ何語だ？
What the hell? What does that even mean, dude?
怎么还不走？一堆大老爷们欺负个女孩子，像不像话啊？啊！
Just go home, okay? Good adults don't harass girls.
ああ、もう分かったから。
Fine.
引き上げる
We're
よ。
leaving.
And with that, the workers left again. I don't know what Jiang had said either. But getting rambled at in Chinese had a certain persuasion.
这就行了吧？
It's time to do it.
Thanks for coming so quickly.
只是有点担心你。
I was a bit worried.
Jiang sat down next to me. There was still an hour until we were supposed to switch. He sat on the edge of the bench, trying to give me space. It'd been a while since we sat together. The first time had been around Christmas the year before. After that, it was when Emmy had caught a cold. Hey Jiang, it's my turn to work right now.
怎么了？
What's wrong?
Are you thinking we're splitting the money right now?
给我就要。过来。
I'll take it. You give it to me.
You eternal miser.
那当然了，钱这东西啊，多多益善。
Of course. You can have enough money.
He smiled at me. His condensed breath only slightly obscured it. I didn't understand all he said, but his positivity was infectious. And I think I was smiling as well. It's pretty cold today.
それよりコウさん、話が違うじゃないですか。
Hey Jiang, this isn't what we agreed on.
あんなとこに座り込みされちゃ、さらちにできないっすよ。
We can't clear the plot to keep sitting there.
Well, they're kids. Just let them do their thing.
こっちとら仕事だよ。後期遅れて文句言われるのうちなんだよ。
We got work to do. We get in trouble if we fall behind schedule.
The contractor was complaining. He was right, of course. It was still going to take a long time to construct the building. But the client had given the go-ahead. So they had to start clearing the plot.
コウさんには悪いが、こちらも勝手にさせてもらうぜ。
Sorry, Jiang. We're gonna find a way.
Alright, I'll let them know.
Could this be Jiang?
I think it's Jiang, now that I think about it.
Wait, so
For the first
is
time.
he the one talking now? Are we following
I think
him?
we're getting Jiang's perspective.
Yeah, we're getting
yes.
Jiang's narrative right now.
Neat. Okay. There had to be a limit to her selfishness. In the end, it was just a business matter. What is it?
What is it?
It's late.
Is
I have no idea what
it
this is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Shiori, don't make things difficult, okay?
I was supposed to be in charge.
She always said that. She really didn't want to back down. I know that she was attached to the place somehow. I just saw no way of accommodating that. How long will this absurdity continue?
A deal for 1 year.
I don't remember saying that. You were trying to sell it for the highest possible price. That's just good business sense.
But
You're not a child anymore, right? Shiori didn't answer. I didn't like doing this. The client's wishes came first. I had a job to do. Silence reigned. She didn't say anything for a long time. Is that Sakura or
I think
saying that she
Sakura.
saw?
I think so. I saw Tina.
Wait, so
She
who is
said
this?
eventually. No, that quote was from Sakura,
Yeah.
and then she said eventually it was from him.
Mhm.
Tina, the cat.
Yes. She looked well.
I see. She made it. I arrived back at the station. Lines of people were waiting there for taxis, largely dressed in expensive clothes. This is such a wealthy city. I whispered, walking through the night. I'd already been there 17 years. I'd been 22 when I arrived. Just a kid who didn't understand the world. So many things had happened since then.
Still Jiang.
This is Tokyo. It's incredible. It was the year 1972. Tokyo was just as enormous as I'd been led to believe. Countless cars congested the streets past the tall buildings. I've been to Hong Kong many times, and Tokyo was even larger.
久等了，你就是江小莫。
There you are. I guess you're Jiang Zamo?
Yeah. You're my handler?
渔船之旅怎么样？
Yeah. It was a journey on a trawler.
Terrible. I met with a compatriot who was already in Japan. I was an illegal immigrant. Completely helpless. Because I had nothing. I had to do what they wanted me to.
我就不废话了，直接问你，
Alright. The big question is this.
来钱的活和别的活，你选哪个？
Do you want a job that pays well or one that doesn't?
One that doesn't.
不假思索啊，你这种人够稀罕的。
That was quick. You're a rare one.
Really?
可不是，一般都选来钱的活。
The others all want the well-paying one.
I knew what he was saying. Getting to Japan wasn't easy. Most people wanted to make the most out of it. Of course, I wanted to make money too. Nobody willingly chooses poverty. More than that, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, go away. Hold on. Okay. More than that, though. I'd come for the possibilities. Wasn't even sure what that really meant myself. Perhaps I was just trying to find out what my dreams and goals really were. Perhaps I was trying to find something in Japan that I couldn't find in China.
你真不需要来钱的活？
You really don't want the big money?
Nope.
那你就要吃苦喽。
It's not gonna be easy.
That's alright. Just tell me what to do.
你这人真够奇怪的。姑且给你个建议，
Alright. Then, we'll give you a piece of advice, oddball.
你要是一直保持这样的想法，以后能不能过得舒坦，可说不好哦。
As long as you don't forget why you chose to do this, you might find happiness one day.
Bullshit. I wasn't even looking for happiness. A quiet, happy life could also be had where I'd come from. Dreams and goals. Something worth doing. Half a year later. How do you pronounce it? Cicadas? Cicadas?
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Cicadas. The cicadas were ear-splittingly loud. The sun burned my skin. It was the height of summer. I'm so tired. I wiped away my sweat with the towel. Summers were even hotter than in China, also more humid. I was working at a construction site at the time. Work was hard. The pay was nothing impressive. I didn't really have any special skills, and my Japanese was poor. I was earning much more than I would have in China. But rent and groceries were also high, so I had to live a simple lifestyle.
哟，小江，挺努力的嘛。
Hey, Jiang. Looks like hard work.
You again. You're wasting your time.
我跟你说，这次的活绝对能赚大钱。
No, I think you'll bite this time.
He grinned at me. It's Lin again, my handler. He's been trying to move me into a different job for a while.
话说你这人真是奇怪啊！
You're not like the others, you know?
我听说了，你从大学出来的吧？
I heard you're a university graduate.
And?
所以啊，你根本不用干苦力啊，多浪费！
So why are you doing this hard physical work?
I chose it.
嗨，别那么说嘛，这次真的是能赚大钱的活。
Hey, at least listen to this one.
Lin continued to show up every now and then with job offers. I turned him down every time. Couldn't tell whether he meant well or whether he had other motivations. I heard he'd got a commission when he found workers. Probably, I figured, that was the only reason he was taking those job offers to me. A few months later, it was already winter. I was still working on construction sites. It was beginning to affect my physical health. Snow. It was the first time I'd seen snow in Japan. Snow looks exactly the same, be it in your hometown or a distant country. It's white, cold, it tells you that it's winter. Snow is really just snow. But the people in Japan seem to think about it differently. Everyone was visibly excited to see it snow. Perhaps snow was rare in Tokyo. I was walking past a construction site of a nearby train station at the time. A cat? What's wrong? Are you hungry? It was a very friendly black cat. It continued to meow at my feet, saying as how it didn't have a collar. It was probably a stray. I rummaged through my bag, hoping to find something edible. But I was on the way home from work and had nothing. Cold out here. Want to come to my place? Alright then, I said, and picked the cat up. I had an apartment close by. I was still poor, and my apartment showed it. I hadn't found my dreams and goals either. Starting from that day on, my small, run-down apartment had another resident. Interesting.
Tina must be really the old cat.
Must be maybe that special food.
Yeah.
Immortal.
Special cat food. One year later. Still had to work hard every day. It was Christmas Eve. Trees by the roadside had been adorned with little light bulbs. Everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. It was my job today to hand out free tissues. Please, we're open. My Japanese was still poor and halting. I was trying to hand out free advertisement tissue on the sidewalk. Despite the tissues being free, many people did not take them. It was bizarre to me. Everyone seemed to be rich. One thing struck me as different about this day, though. Please take this.
ありがとう。メリークリスマス。
Thank you so much! Merry Christmas!
Yeah, this is gonna be probably Sakura's mom.
Many of them said this to me. I hear it on every corner. Apparently, the birth of Jesus Christ was rather popular in Japan. Nobody cared in China, I reflected. So Please, Merry Christmas! I also started saying it while handing out my tissues. People smiled at me. Oh, it's you. She often visited me when I handed out tissues. I wasn't far from the apartment, but she was a smart cat. This is the last pack. I just have to hand these out. It didn't take me long to hand out the remaining ones. Cleaned up the empty boxes and turned around to go back to my apartment. Look!
Mom!
Now
ど
we
うしたのしお
play
り
Shiori's mom.
Oh man, I can't do the crying thing right now. What is it, Shiori?
A black.
あら、ティッシュ配りのおっさん
Oh.
の猫かしら。
Yeah, must be the guys.
I saw a woman and her daughter. The woman was young and looked like she worked in the nightlife business. Her daughter was of grade school age.
Hello. Is this your cat? What's its name?
The girl began to talk to me excitedly. But I didn't know a lot of Japanese. I didn't want to say anything weird and freak her out. So first I considered ignoring her, waiting for them to leave. But then had a better idea.
Am I saying that, or is Jiang
I think it's the
saying
girl.
Sakura.
that? Merry Christmas!
Oh wait, that was him. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I think it's him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is Shiori. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
think this is the.
Or
I think it's the
no.
mom,
Maybe it is the mom.
because she's trying to get the name right.
Yeah. Yep. Merry Xmas. So, what's its name?
Merry Christmas.
I think this is Sakura.
Really? Its name is Merry Christmas? That's so funny.
ごめんね。娘が変なこと言っちゃって。
Oh wait. Okay, so that's when it's me. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Sorry if she's bothering you.
Sorry, I don't know a lot of Japanese.
んあんた外人大変ね。
Oh, are you a foreigner? Must be rough.
Are you okay? You look pretty drunk.
平気平気。このくらいの酒。
I'm fine, I'm fine. This is nothing.
I have no idea what you're saying, but you can barely stand.
なんだよ。子連れホステスがそんな珍しいか？
What is it? Never seen a hostess with a kid before?
はいはい。猫もメリークリスマス。
Yes, yes. Merry Christmas, cat.
でもクリスマスってことは
Hey,
クリスティーナか
if
しら
it's
ね。
Christmas, maybe that's Christina.
It was winter, during my second year in Tokyo. The night they call Christmas. And hostess and her little daughter. I handing out tissues and a cat with an unusual name. This is how we all met. In the end, we called the cat Tina. Instead of just a cat, I began to live with 2 other people as well. It was a year or so later, in spring. I learned enough Japanese to get along in daily life.
お願いします。どうぞ。
Please, take this.
We're open today. We were handing out tissues. She'd stopped working as a hostess and was doing the same job as me. Her name was Iori. Sakura Shiori. Her ex-husband had died and she was raising her daughter alone. She said she didn't have a family anymore either.
どう？そっちまだ残ってる？
How's it going? How many do you have left?
I'm out.
じゃああとは私がやるから。あなたバイトの時間でしょ？
I'll take care of the rest then. You've got your job coming up.
Alright, it'll be cold outside later. Take care.
ありがとう。ティーナもいるから大丈夫よ。
I will. I've got Tina here.
I let her hand out the remaining tissue packs and went to my other job. I was working at a nearby restaurant. I was still in the country illegally, so the jobs I could do were limited. Couldn't marry her officially, either. We were as poor as before. Living together, the 4 of us, was pleasant.
Sorry, was this me?
I can't tell
Jiang.
what this is.
It's Jiang.
Okay. Hey, are you going to come to the parent-teacher conference?
Am I
Oh,
allowed to? Oh, okay.
wait.
it's
She
reversed.
was asking, I guess. Of course, you're my dad.
Shiori grinned at me. It was visiting day at her school.
じゃああなた帰りに夕食の買い物お願いね。
Okay, dear. Buy some groceries on the way home, please.
Alright, I'll cook something for all of us.
Your shumai is really good, Dad.
ティーナに猫缶も忘れないでね。
Oh, and buy some cans for Tina.
Shiori smiled too. Started calling the cat Tina. Apparently her husband had died. Not long after the girl had been born. She Shiori didn't remember her real father. She started calling me Dad all by herself. I liked it. In the spring, the 3 of us walked along the riverbeds. We threw stones. No, I'm just kidding. Shiori was still young enough to enjoy being carried on my shoulders. In the summer, we sent up fireworks on the abandoned plot. Into the ocean, too, with the cat. In the fall, we went to a nearby mountain. I realized there was still nature left not too far from Tokyo. In the winter, I'm home. I bought cake.
大きい高かったでしょ
Whoa, it's huge! That must have been expensive!
Nah, it was left over from yesterday. There was a big discount.
やった儲けちゃったわね
Oh, right! Lucky us!
イブより今日の方がお得かも
Yeah, apparently they have more business today than on Christmas Eve.
しおり早く来なさいお父さんすごいケーキ買ってきてくれたわよ
Shiori, come here! Dad bought a massive cake!
Where most people eat cake on the 24th. We did on the 25th. Most people celebrate Christmas. We celebrate it as the day we met.
Aww.
Together, the 4 of us, eating in our little apartment. Dreams and goals. I came to Japan for that. But I hadn't found anything yet. I still felt the urge to find those things, I think. I hadn't come to Japan for a peaceful but insignificant life. Sometimes I had to tell myself that. Because I could feel my original motivation fading. I treasured what I'd found. Which one could even call a family? A few years later, in winter, I got used to speaking Japanese and stopped handing out free tissue packs. Economic reforms were being enacted in China. I was no longer in Japan illegally. Taken a long time. But finally, I could properly marry Iori. Hey, don't you think we should move?
そうね
I guess.
I'd been thinking about it. Shiori is going to enter middle school soon, and I want her to have her own room.
でもペット飼えるとこ高いからね
Places where you can have pets are expensive.
Our apartment was small. 2 rooms of about 10 square meters each.
私またお店に通ってもいいわよ
I can go back to the club.
And work as a hostess?
ええまだ以前のつてもあるからね
Yeah, I still know someone there.
No. I'll figure something out. I said. But I didn't have any idea. There were only so many jobs I could do anyway.
好久不见啊，小江。什么事？
It's been a while, Jiang. How are you?
Alan, can you get me a job?
哟，真稀罕啊！需要钱了？
Well, well, well. Do you need money?
Yeah.
那来钱多的工作和别的工作，你要哪个？
So, would you rather pays well or one that doesn't?
It's the same question as the first time we'd met. I only had to think about it for a moment. One that pays well.
这倒是让我挺意外。
Huh. Interesting.
怎么，想法变了？
What a change of heart.
No change of heart, change of circumstances. Been looking for dreams, goals, hope. As do all illegal immigrants, I suppose. Now I had a family. A wife, a daughter, and a cat. I wanted to do whatever I could for them. Surely that was more important than dreams and goals. I began to help Lynn. It was nightlife related, running a brothel, specifically. My job was taking immigrants to his establishment. Almost all of them were young girls from China and elsewhere in East Asia. Their passports were fake. We pretended not to notice. If their visa was expired, we pretended we were the wrong ones. I was straddling the line of being legal. And I was valuable, since I knew Japanese. At first, I received simple tasks. But it was hard work and often ran late into the night. Before I knew it, I was running the brothel. A twist of irony just turned out to be where my university education came in handy.
あなた、今日も遅くなりそうなの？
Are you going to be late again today?
Yeah, I think I'll sleep there.
そう。無理しないでね。
Don't overwork yourself.
Sorry. It'll be over with soon.
看起来一切顺利啊。
It's going well.
Yeah, thanks.
那要再试试别的工作。
Do you want another job?
I'm already too busy. I was making good money now, but I was barely ever home.
那干脆雇些伙计不就好了？
Hire someone then.
Me? Hire someone?
是啊，那些危险的工作啊，让他们应付就行了。
Yeah, you don't have to be there when shit hits the fan.
True. I took Lynn's advice and began to hire people. Not just to help me, but also to take the fall. Someone the cops could arrest if their gaze fell on me. It was necessary, given how shitty my business was. And so I became the employer. All of it to move out of our small apartment into a bigger one. For my wife, my daughter, and my cat. For my family, I thought. But as time went on,
あなた、よかったわね。
We have enough now, dear.
we had enough for the down payment. That'd been the goal all along. Can you wait a little bit longer? There's an empty shop right next to the station. It didn't matter what you sold there, it would sell. Didn't even have to be shady. It could just be a restaurant. There's a chance to make my ventures legal. She did not agree.
無理しないでね。
Don't overdo it.
Don't worry. It'll go well.
ううん、そういうことじゃないの。
That's not what I mean.
別に私は家や車が欲しいわけじゃないのよ。
You don't need a massive house or car, you know?
Seemed lonely. It was the first time I'd seen her lonely instead of upbeat. Why hadn't I given it all more thought? Should have thought about more. Should have thought more about what Iori meant. About what Iori wanted. What was more important than dreams and goals? Who was I doing that for again? I thought I knew, but really,
あなた、いい加減にしてよ。
Stop this!
you're crazy. This is our big chance.
だからってもう十分じゃないの。
We have enough!
It's not enough. Not for her and not for you.
それよりもあなた自身がやりたいんでしょ。
No, you just want to do this for your own reasons.
No. I want to show you that I can be successful.
もう中国語やめて。わからないのよ。
What's talking in Chinese? I don't understand it!
We began to fight more often. We had more space now. Shiori had her own room too. We still had Tina. Owned a completely legal company. Had more employees. Bought a car. Bought a home. We had money. We didn't have to eat discounted cake on the 25th anymore. But we also smiled and laughed less. Eventually, we got a divorce. I can't think about this. It's too painful. Eventually, we got a divorce. Both arrived at that point together and agreed. She's late. I meant Shiori. I told her we had something important to talk about.
私があの子を引き取ると言ってもあなたは許さないでしょ。
You won't let me take her, right?
I don't think so. Shiori did not seem to prefer either of us over the other. In the preceding 10 years, she accepted me as her father. From an economic point of view, it made sense that she stayed with me. Yori countered this in a way I did not expect.
では私はティナを引き取りましょう。
Then I'll take Tina.
Tina? The cat?
ええ、私だって猫の
Yeah,
一匹くら
I'll take
い
care of
養っ
her.
てみせるわ。こう見えて元売れっ子ホステスだからね。
I wasn't starving during my time as a hostess, you know.
She smiled at me. Felt like I hadn't seen that smile in years. It was the last time we ever spoke. And she died not long afterwards. Simple traffic accident late at night. I was more surprised than anything. At first I thought it must have been a joke. I felt so sorry for Shiori when she cried at her mother's funeral. I began to regret my choices. Just bad luck. I tried to convince myself of that, hoping that would make it easier. Tina had disappeared together with Iori. It would be a while before I heard about a stray cat. Supposedly loitering in that deserted station. I went out to look for her several times. Shiori and I went together, time permitting. Never found her. Started being busy with other things. And forgot. Having come for dreams and goals, something worth doing. Found none of it. Still fumbling my way through the dark. No, that's not right. I'd found something in those 10 years. The days the four of us had spent crammed in that tiny apartment. Perhaps that had been the real treasure all along. And now, years later, perhaps I was trying to find something. Something I'd lost, would never find again. I was checking out the abandoned station. You must be thinking we wouldn't come at night. Oh, wait. Is this Kanna or
I don't know if this is
Jiang?
Jiang, because it said Jiang in the beginning.
Oh, but who's talking here? You must be thinking we wouldn't come at night.
I thought that's Jiang because he's saying naive.
You must be thinking we wouldn't come at night. It's so naive. I whispered, and sat down on the empty bench. Construction work was impossible with someone sitting on the bench. Continuing to block it was pointless now. Price was high enough. Rather, I was losing money. But I understand her.
この時間だったら大丈夫だろう。
It's late. We'll be fine.
そうだな。重機は後でいい。まず解体しよう。
Yeah, bring the heavy equipment. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, bring the heavy equipment later. First thing to do is tear it down. Could hear them near the entrance. They were probably from the contractor. We hadn't come to an agreement earlier in the day, so I was expecting them to start the work the same night. What's up? Clocking up overtime?
コウさん
Jing?
あんた、それ何の真似だよ。
What's the meaning of this? I was taking a walk and now I'm resting here. They looked at each other. They weren't sure what to think. Eventually, they became angry. Then they calmed down again.
なあ、もう地上げは終わったろ。
Look, the land speculation's over.
Yeah, go ahead and tear it all down.
じゃあ、コウさん、ベンチからどいてくれないですか？
You have to move from that bench, that Jiang.
I told you, I'm taking a rest. You guys are professionals. You'll find a way.
わかりました。でも、無人の時には遠慮なく片しますから。
Alright. You find time when nobody's here.
It's alright. We're all just doing our jobs. Oh, and they're kids. Don't try this at night.
わかりましたよ。コウさんにはかなわないな。
Alright. You got us, Jiang.
Two contractors left again. Besides, they wouldn't have been able to use heavy equipment at night anyway. Even if they took the bench, someone could sit on the ground. I guess they won't come at night now. None of us had something to gain from a confrontation. We all wanted this done without incident. We started messing with them too much, affect the construction schedule. That would incur the wrath of the new owner.
Might be Sakura.
So I'm thinking,
Yeah. What are you doing?
Shiori. I was just swinging by.
Swinging by, huh?
What are you doing out here so late?
Everything happens at night, for better or worse.
Don't make it sound like that.
I'm a creature of the night. I know how it is. I'm sort of your daughter, right?
Sort of, huh?
Don't think about it.
Oh.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Oh, okay. She whispered, sat down next to me. It'd been a while since we sat and talked, I thought. They won't come at night again.
I see. I didn't think you'd turn out to help.
I'm not helping. I just don't want them to make so much noise at night.
Of course.
You really have to be on your guard or they'll tear it all down in an instant. The day the construction was going to start hadn't changed. But this made her happier. So be it. By the way, how did she look? I mean, Tina.
Well enough. Right, you haven't seen her yet.
Yeah, not since that day.
We might never find her again if this place goes away.
Can I do, right? Well, you guys can do what you need to do, though.
Is this on me?
I think we're back to the kids. That's my guess.
Go for it, Kanna.
The calendar was on its last page. We gotten used to taking turns on the bench.
一个人坐在这儿，还挺难熬啊。
Sitting here alone is harder than I would have thought. Oh, I would have expected it. But mentally, it was harder on me than a physical cold. I thought about it. Three of us had lived together for a long time. Well, what other way was there to live together in an old station? My thoughts circled this topic for a while.
It's so cold.
Amy, 你怎么来了？
Was it Emmy?
I brought you something to keep you warm.
She showed me a baked sweet potato wrapped in newspaper. It was still hot. She must have taken it here directly.
难不成是康纳做的？
Did Kanna make it?
Yep, Kanna is pretty good.
是吗？ 谢谢啊。
See. Thanks. I said I broke off half a potato.
Amy，来，给你一半。
Emmy,
半分。
here's half.
Thanks for half.
She sat down on a bench and we ate together. She often came to hang out with me when I was alone. It helped me a lot. Otherwise, I was just sitting in a cold, empty plot.
No.
喂，冻着了吧？快回去。开嘞。
It's too cold out here. We should go home.
Okay.
Emmy disappeared, bobbing excitedly on the way out. Children can catch colds more easily after all. I look at my watch. It was 12:30 in the afternoon. Kanna's going to take over soon.
Good job. It's cold.
哎，你怎么来这么早啊？
You're early.
You also take over early for me too. Alrighty.
Plopper sat down next to me. Emmy had left long ago.
What's wrong? You're not going home?
有点问题想问你。
No, I wanted to ask you something. I've been wondering something for a while. It's been worrying me. I took out my notebook, though I hadn't used it in a while, and jotted down some basic Japanese.
康纳，这里的打工结束之后，你有什么打算？
Kanna, what are you going to do after this?
Well, it's fun in your job, I guess.
是吗？那，你还会留在东京吧？
See? You'll stay in Tokyo?
What about you? Are you going back to China?
不，我要考大学。
No, I want to go to university. I didn't know where I wanted to go yet, but I had enough money now to make that step. I just had to find a university that would take me and get me a new job.
I see. It's nice to have dreams like you.
这算不上是梦想。
I wouldn't call it that.
I don't think I have anything like that myself. All I want is to send my sister to grade school as soon as possible.
I understood
Did
the
we lose
worst.
Greg?
I think I heard a sound come back in.
I think he's back. Yeah, my bad.
I understood the worst sister in school, so I knew what she meant. That's all that had mattered to Kanna since the day I met her.
那等以后艾米身体好了，你也回去上学吧。
We should go back to school once that happens then.
Yeah, I'd like to go back.
She said. I smiled happily. The last time I asked of her, she smiled more sadly. She seemed to have become much more upbeat in the past year. When I met her, she'd been more introverted and pessimistic. Perhaps her real personality has always been more positive.
It's time.
好，那3小时后见。我走了。
Alright, see you in 3 hours. I waved at her, got up and left.
So cold. I was alone on the bench after Jing left. The workers who had come to tear down the building had stopped coming as often. Sometimes they looked into the plot from the entrance. But when they saw me, they disappeared. wasn't sure what had changed, and it didn't look like they'd given up. But they weren't as desperate to get it done anymore. I thought about this for a while when... Sis! Oh, Emmy.
I brought you steamed meat buns.
She pulled out a shopping bag from her pocket. Inside was a still warm meat bun. Did Jiang make it?
Yep, he told me to take it to you since it's cold.
I see. Here, take half of it.
Half?
What is it?
Jiang said the same.
She laughed. He must have shared the potato with her. By sheer coincidence, we'd done the same thing. It did make me blush. Hey, it's Tina. Come here. I wonder if she likes meat buns.
I wonder if she likes meat buns.
Do you want to try giving her some?
She's eating. She must like it.
She was an odd cat, to be honest. Not that a cat eating meat buns was that curious, but in other ways. Right now, she was lounging happily at our feet. But if we tried to grab her, she immediately ran away. She even ran away from Emmy, not just Jiang or me. It had taken us some time before the cat showed it herself. But now we thought we were on good terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, she runs away.
Don't do that, sis.
I was hoping to ambush her, but it wasn't successful. Since Sakura had tried to grab her and take her home the previous month. No matter how much we played around, she ran away if we tried to take her.
That was really good.
Emmy looked satisfied after finishing her half of the meat bun. Tina looked satisfied as well. Go home now. You'll catch a cold.
Okay, sis. Take care.
Jiang and I were taking turns on the bench. I felt lonely sitting there alone at first. But he often brought me snacks too. I wasn't at home there, and he wasn't family. Still, we lived together for a year. And sometimes I could almost fool myself into believing that we were. A few days later, it was a clear winter day. I was sitting on the bench, as always. It's pretty warm today. Not so bad. It would have been nice if all days had been like that. But there were also rainy and windy days. Perhaps I shouldn't have put in so much effort into sitting on a bench. I did tell Sakura that. In response, she said,
You're getting paid good money. Just take it.
then laughed. We were supposed to capture the cat, but we'd more or less given up. There's only 3 weeks left. I really need to find another job. I only had my place to sleep thanks to Sakura as well. She wasn't going to let us sleep there forever.
久等了，我来接班了。
Good job. I'll take over.
Wow, you look so sleepy.
是啊， 昨天弄得有点晚。勉強。
Yeah, I was out pretty late last night, studying.
Perhaps he'd been studying until late at night. I didn't understand everything he said, but I had a fair idea. I see. Studying is hard, huh? It felt as though I wouldn't have to do it myself. I was teaching Emmy, yes, but I wasn't heading for university as it stood. If I hadn't quit school, I would have become a third-year high school student the next year. Normally, I would have had to worry about university entrance exams.
哦，对了，康纳，关于接下来的工作，
By the way, Kanna, about your next job.
He opened his notebook. He wrote in hiragana to make it understandable for me.
找到什么好地方了吗？
Found a good place?
No, I don't have anything yet. I didn't finish high school, and I don't really have any skills. And you know what my personality is like.
不好意思啊，康纳，你说什么我听不懂。
Sorry, Kanna. I didn't get that.
If only I was a bit more sociable.
康纳，
Kanna?
Oh, sorry. What am I saying? He gave me a puzzled look, and I remembered. He understood simple Japanese, but nothing too complicated. Don't worry about it, Jing. See you. Perhaps I should learn a little Chinese too, I thought. I wasn't all that good at studying and understood zero English, though. Besides, it was a little late to start learning Chinese. We'd only be co-workers for another month or so. Then we would have to say goodbye. If I was going to learn Chinese, I should have done so earlier. I went home after saying goodbye to Jing. It was time to call my family that day. I had to tell them my current job was about to end. I'd have liked to talk to them after I had something else lined up. But I really had to talk to my mother or she would start to worry.
Hi, Sakurai です。
Sakurai speaking.
Hey, Mom! It's me, Kanna. Are you two okay? I tried to keep it simple and brief. It was a long-distance call. And those were expensive. So we were both used to this.
元気よ。ただ、ちょっとお父さんが。
Yes, I'm doing well, but Dad.
What about Dad?
いや、なんでも今の会社、春で終わるらしいの。
Oh, his company will be closing in the spring.
Spring? That's 4 months away from now.
長いこと勤めていたのに、突然よね。
Yeah, and he'd been working there for a long time. It's so sudden.
I had another memory as I talked to my mother. Sakura had told me something before. My father was working at a factory close by. They were making car parts. Old factories in the countryside were slowly dying out. It was cheaper to make those parts overseas, she said. Besides, many parts could be made by machines now. Workers like my father were losing their jobs. Are you two going to be alright, Mom?
ええ、私たちのことは心配いらないわ。
Don't worry about us.
ただ、エミの貯金は少しの間滞るかもしれないわね。
But saving up for Emmy might take a little longer.
I know. I'll figure something out.
無理しないでね。あなた、何でも一人で我慢するとこあるから。
Don't do anything crazy. You always try to do everything alone.
I know. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. There was zero evidence for that. But it was something I'd always told her. I had to be a good sister, and I was never going to say anything else.
そういえば、佐藤さんのお母さんがあなたを訪ねていくと思うの。
By the way, Sato's mother is going to visit you.
Really? Sato's mom?
ええ。お母さんもどうしようか悩んだんだけどね。東京に行く用
Yes,
事が
I
あるそう
wasn't
で、
sure what to think
ついで
either.
にご挨拶に寄りたいって。
She said she had to go to Tokyo for other matters and wanted to talk to you.
I see. I wasn't really looking forward to that. I still remember the horrible abuse she'd hurled at me.
明日には行くと思うから、会うだけ会ってあげて。
I think she wants to be in Tokyo tomorrow. Could you try to meet with her?
All right. Oh boy. I sighed when I left the phone booth. My father's employer was going out of business soon. My former friend's mother was visiting me. I still didn't have a follow-up job.
Why aren't you dead too? You should have been punished too.
I injured my right leg, and pretty badly. I didn't have to use crutches anymore, but I was never going to run again, the doctors had said. What do you expect me to do?
I won't forget this. You'll forget this eventually. You'll be happy and everything will be nice for you.
She's probably still upset. Perhaps she was the sort of person who really couldn't accept my very existence. I'd left the boondocks, gone to Tokyo, and yet she was showing up here. It had been just an accident. That's what I had decided for myself. And I was trying to forget. But someone did not want me to forget. I knew that. The next day, I was waiting for Sato's mother in front of the main station. Apparently she'd come to Tokyo for something else, but if she wanted to talk to me, it's hard to say no. She still hated me. I knew that. Perhaps it was only natural.
Sakurai-san, お待たせしました。
Hello, Sakurai. I'm sorry I had to wait.
Yes, it's been a while.
こちらこそ遅くなってすみません。
I'm sorry it took me so long.
Sato's mother bowed slightly. I was wary, given my previous experience. She'd been very rude to me in the past. Besides, she lost her son. There was no denying that. It really hadn't been all my fault. But either way, I couldn't just tell her that she was wrong. I found it very hard to talk to her.
Sakurai-san. 今までごめんなさいね。
Sakurai, I'm sorry about what I said.
The first thing she said was not what I expected.
私、どうしてもあなたに謝りたくて、ずっと後悔していたの。
I wanted to
あなたに
apologize
辛
to
く
you.
当たって、
I regret saying what I
傷
said.
つけてしまって、本当
It
に
must
ごめ
have
んなさ
hurt
い。
you a lot. I'm very sorry.
Miss Sato?
本当はね、あの子が何か悪いことをしていたのは知っていたの。
I knew he was involved in something shady.
でも、知っていたけど、それを
I
認め
just
たく
didn't
なか
want
った
to
のよ。
admit it.
She wasn't blaming me. Her demeanor was calm. I still didn't know what to tell her. All I could do was listen.
でもね、あなたを見て少し安心したわ。
I'm glad you look well.
You mean?
すっかり元気になったみたいね。その服も似合っているわ。
You look well. Those clothes look good on you.
Oh, these.
いいのよ。あなたは過去に縛られないで。
It's alright. Don't let the past hold you back.
運が悪かった。
It was just bad luck.
私は自分にそう言い聞かせたの。
That's what I'm telling myself now.
あなたが元気そうで本当によかった。
I'm really glad that you're well. That's all.
And with that, she disappeared in the direction of the station. I looked at her until she was gone. She was the only one who'd been talking. I barely said anything. I wouldn't have known what to tell her anyway. What an odd feeling this is. It was painful, still. I've been prepared to be verbally abused, and she had apologized. She said she was glad I looked well. Perhaps verbal abuse would have been easier to take. That smile was painful.
康纳怎么回事啊？怎么这么慢呢？
Kanna's late. I look at the clock. It was 2 p.m. She was an hour late for her changeover. Normally she arrived half an hour early. It was her first time being this late.
说起来，她从早晨起就很没精神了。
She didn't seem her usual self this morning. If I remember correctly, she was gonna meet someone. Perhaps it was related to that? I ruminated on this.
Sorry, I'm late.
She sat down next to me. She looked even more depressed than she had this morning.
康纳，出什么事了吗？
Kanna, what happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
但你不是没精打采的吗？
You really don't look well.
I don't really know either.
She didn't know either. That's what she said.
He died because of me, you know? I told myself it wasn't anyone's fault, but she told me she was glad I was doing well. This is somehow worse than her yelling at me again.
Kanna whispered sadly. I didn't understand most of it.
Hey, Jiang, do you think I'm allowed to be happy?
What was I supposed to say to that? There was only one thing I knew how to say.
大丈夫
It's alright.
大丈夫
It's alright.
You don't know what I'm saying, do you?
大丈夫大丈夫
It's alright. It's alright.
大丈夫元気出せ
It's alright. Be happy.
いいぞ社長さん
I'll do it, boss.
Boss, where did you learn that kind of line from?
Kanna was finally laughing. I kept on saying it was alright. I wasn't even sure whether it would help her. Perhaps it was doing more harm than good. Still, what else could I say?
Jiang, thank you.
你有精神我也高兴
I'm glad it helped. I didn't remember my mother at all. I never seen pictures of her either. My father never spoke of her. It seemed odd to me when I was small, but it never bothered me that much. I only asked once.
你妈已经死了。
That's all he said in response. He refused to answer any other question. I decided to forget her. I never known her anyway, so she must well not have existed. I didn't know that people I saw traveling home for Ancestors' Day either. It was the same thing. I wasn't so concerned with my mother. I was more intrigued by my birthday. All the other children celebrated birthdays with their parents. We never celebrated mine. I thought it was a little difficult at best of times, but this was odd even for him. One day, I came to understand the reason. I overheard my father talking to someone else. My mother died December 25th, 1968. I was born December 25th, 1968. The same day. She must have passed away after giving birth. Apparently my father was in terrible grief afterwards. I could understand it even as a child. I must have been conflicted, torn between the happiness of my birth and the grief of her passing. As long as he didn't celebrate my birthday, he didn't have to remember her death. He was trying to escape all of that. My father was probably trying to do the right thing for both of us, in his own roundabout way. It was my second winter in the countryside. It would have been during the winter holiday in elementary school, 4th grade. I helped my father with field work as much as I could. When we turned towards the house, my father stopped.
小冉，你知道今天是什么日子吗？
Sure. You know what day it is?
I shook my head. I didn't know that was December 25th, but I knew it was best not to talk about it.
虽然不是清明节，
Well, it's not Ancestors Day right now, but
They put a photograph of someone on top of a large flat stone. They put flowers and sweet fruit around it. It was an imitation grave of sorts. I realized the person in the photograph must have been my mother. I was surprised. We had never talked about her before. And I worried.
今天是你的生日，也是你父亲的忌日。
today's your birthday. And today's the day she died.
那时的我没有做出选择，
I didn't choose either of you.
两个人都选，也可以吧。
There was no right or wrong in that choice.
My father seemed to be talking to himself. I went and listened quietly. He was clear-headed, not drunk and grumbling.
小然，有好好学习吗？
Are you studying properly?
I shook my head. I wasn't even going to school. Instead, I helped my father in the fields.
在这待着也没意义。
Well, nothing to be done here.
He began to write something down. When it was done, he handed me the paper and a pen.
我已经不再需要它了，
Don't need this anymore.
但是小然，你要回到城里去。
But you have to go back to the city, Sharon.
It was probably a letter to a relative. I never met them, but I heard about my relatives in the city.
你该去上学，然后出色的长成大人。
You have to go to school and study. Be a fine adult.
还有，找到你的梦想和目标。
You need dreams and goals.
My father had told me this many times as a child.
时代一定会变的。
It won't always be like this.
到时候再来庆祝你的生日。
One day, we'll celebrate your birthday together.
For the first time, I could remember, my father smiled softly. He continued to dress my mother's false grave and smiled. That was the last time that I ever saw my father or spoke to him. I was taken in by relatives in the city. I was adopted by them, but we were distantly related. I was not warmly accepted. I didn't mind. I was happy I could go to school again. I studied very hard to fill the 2-year gap. I worried about my father living in the mountains. I tried not to think about him too often. I was trying to study and become a fine adult. I was trying to have dreams and goals. That's all I could do with my father in gratitude for sending me to the city. A few years passed. I was at the top of my class. I was in high school and couldn't ride the bus with half price anymore. Reforms were underway and the universities were back in session. I was preparing for the university entrance exams, expecting to study there. I felt like I studied enough. Not that I had dreams and goals yet. I thought that studying something economic would be good, influenced by anything my father had taught me as a child.
已经很久没有见面了，父亲他还好吗？
It had already been 7 years. I never seen in the meantime. We had no contact at all. My adopted father did not approve of the idea.
总之，考上大学之后，要向父亲报告一下。
I need to talk to him once I get accepted at university. I want to celebrate Ancestors Day and my birthday with him. That was not the drive I had as a third-year high school student. I graduated and began to study. It was summer. The university entrance exams were coming up. I studied diligently every day. At last I learned of it. A Or rather, I was told. My father died years before. Quite soon after my adopted mother family had taken me in, apparently. They weren't sure whether I'd been suicide or an accident. Perhaps the war only caused him despair. Perhaps he had been drinking too much. Perhaps I'd just been bad luck.
像您说的，我努力过了。
I studied, just like you wanted. I was going to enter university. I was going to be a fine adult, I expected. In the end, we never celebrated my birthday even once. At least my mother had a death to remember at that time. Perhaps she was happy.
Damn, that preview spoiler.
Yeah, really.